All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to our power, YAHAWAH BAHASHM YAHAWASHI BAHASHM Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this word, truth, and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you, brothers. And I want to do a lesson pertaining to this video regarding these two-third ninjas, these two-third ninjas that's, being wicked, man, doing nothing but folly. And that's the atmosphere of a lot of these jakes out here, these two-thirds, man, going around having side-ski masks, what they call them YNs. But, in this video, these guys look like they're pretty much in their 20s, but it is what it is, But you got something called YNs, guys, these young jakes going around having a ski mask on, carrying these lethal weapons, pointing them at certain cameras, doing videos and things of that nature, going around committing all types of wickedness and adultery. These will be the two-thirds, man. Two-thirds of the nation of Israel are going to be destroyed, man. And that's the atmosphere of a lot of these jakes, man. That's why YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI got to come and destroy this society, man. The eyes of the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, are upon the sinful kingdom. Let me get that real quick. I'm going to start off with that. This is the book of Amos. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, and verse 8. And it reads, Behold, the eyes of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI are upon the sinful kingdom. And what's that sinful kingdom? America, Babylon the Great. This is a sinful kingdom. This is the wicked kingdom that promotes all types of wickedness. Behold, the eyes of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI power are upon the sinful kingdom. And I would destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So the Lord is going to utterly destroy America, Babylon the Great, by way of how? By way of thermonuclear missiles. This society is going to be destroyed, man. The Lord is going to destroy the society, man, because all the wickedness that they promote out here, man, all the adultery, all the homosexuality, the lesbianism, the lesbianism, the debauchery, the Lord is going to destroy it from off the face of the earth, man. This society has to be destroyed. This is the last day, man. We're living in the last days, man. Saving, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord. That's right. So that house of Jacob will be representing the elect, the Biyasha Dawadah, that's pushing this word, true and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. The Lord's not going to do away with the whole nation of Israel. The Lord's going to destroy two-thirds of his people. Let's get that in the book of Zechariah. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 8, and it reads, And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and that all the land is talking about America, Babylon the Great, North, South, Central America, the Americas, also known as where the great deliverance is going to take place, when YAHAWAH is going to crack them clouds and deliver his elect first here and throughout the four corners of the earth. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord YAHAWAH, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. That's right. So two-thirds of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminole, West Indian Haitians are going to be destroyed, man. The Lord is going to destroy two-thirds of you Israelites, man. And it shall come to pass, Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8 again, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire fire representing the nuclear missiles, which is going to be just which is going to destroy the society, destroy this kingdom. And I'll bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is my God, is my power. So, the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be refined as gold is refined. So, in that day, man, the elect of the nation of Israel, they're going to be saved, man. They're going to put off the nasty, ways Babylon the Great, man. And they're going to be, they're going to receive the new bodies, man, once them beaten up in them chariots, man. And they're going to call on the name of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, not these false names and false deities, man. Such as Yahuwah, Yeshua, God, all these false names are going to be brought down, man. And YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to uplift his elect, But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to be destroyed, man. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, matter of fact, Salakia. What's that? Second Ezra. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 8, verse 1, and it reads, He answered me, saying, the Most High, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. That's right, plain as day, man. The Lord created this world. This world representing Esau, Edom. This world means kingdom. This kingdom of Esau, Edom, where the Israelites in captivity. The Lord created this kingdom for many. Because you look at this world, man, the celebrities, the ball players, the entertainment world, so on and so forth. This world was created for the people in Babylon the Great. This world was created for these Babylonians. They were created to indulge in this society, man, to live it up here in Babylon the Great. That was their lot, Certain men were given lots. The elect were given the lot to go out there and preach his word, knowledge, to preach his knowledge, wisdom, understanding to the elect, to raise up the elect. 2/3 of our people, they were created just to be destroyed, man. Just to be made an example of what not to be, And the heathen, just living up here in Babylon the Great and throughout the world, they're just getting ready to, be destroyed and put in captivity. Certain lots are given to certain men, But this world here in Babylon the Great was created for many, because any nation of people, any heathens, they can come here in Babylon the Great and they can live it up, man. They can just live it up here. They can live it up here in Babylon the Great, But the world to come for few, That word to come is the kingdom of heaven, Right here, verse 3, it says, There be many created, but few shall be saved. That's right, few shall be saved, man. So majority of you jakes out there, y'all gonna be destroyed, man. The Lord's gonna destroy you jakes out there, man. Scripture says the mighty men shall cry their bitterly. So a lot of you jakes out there, want to call yourself YNs, when I have ski mask on and just looking like complete imbecile, man. The Lord gonna draft a lot of y'all to World War III. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, and verse 33, and it reads, The virgins shall mourn and having no bridegrooms, or bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn and having no helpers. Verse 34, and the wars, their bridegrooms or bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So a lot of you guys out there, you're going to be drafted out to World War III, man. Because Esau, he's seeing all this, and he's like, hey, these guys, they're worthy to go into the military, and a lot of you jakes gonna be forced to go into the military and fight out there in the battle of Armageddon, or the battle of the valley of Yehoshaphat. And you're gonna perish there, man. A lot of you jakes gonna perish, man. And that's gonna be a lot of you jakes, a lot of you YNs wanna be thugs and things of that nature. That's gonna be you, man. But through the spirit power Yahawah outside, the Lord woke up to the truth and told us not to be like that, man. Even though some of us were in that type of life, not all of us, but the Lord woke us up to this truth and told us to get out of that, man. Where we are made a new creature, man, you know. But the Lord is showing you jakes out there what not to be in this world, man, you know. So a lot of you jakes gonna be drafted out to World War III, man. A lot of you jakes gonna perish, man. You know, and that's gonna be, the Lord's gonna show no remedy towards you jakes out there, man. You know, this is nothing but folly. There's nothing but folly, man. And to get that folly is set in great dignity. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. That's right, folly, man. All that folly, that's nothing but folly, man. It is folly. It's folly. Because a lot of these young jakes, they following these King Vons, these little Dirks, these little babies, and a lot of these, these jakes that's in the entertainment industry that rap about killing their own brothers and rap about drugs and prostituting their own women, prostituting the women of our nation. That's what a lot of you jakes like to gravitate towards, man. And these guys are going to be destroyed, man. You know, these guys are not to be set to be leaders of over you jakes, man. The Lord set examples, man. The Lord set leaders over our people, man. For example, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, man. You know. But ultimately, we all know this is of the elect. This is for the elect, man. Because 2/3 of our people, they're not going to listen to this word. You know. The majority of you jakes out here, they're not going to want to hear this word, man. They're just going to continue what they're going to continue. They're going to continue in what they're continuing. And they're going to be, ultimately, they're going to face destruction, man. You know. And it says, in the rich sit in low place, meaning the elites. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, these Edomites, you know. These Edomites, they laughing in Jake's face, man. While they're doing their thing as of dropping these guns and these drugs in these Jake neighborhoods, man. And Esau are just laughing at you, Jakes, man. You know? But the water Yahawah outside to put us in the spirit, not to be in that type of spirit. You know, to waking us up in this truth, man. But that's pretty much it, you know. I hope and pray that this lesson was edifying to you Akim out there. I want to give all praises, honor, if in the glory to Yahawah Bahashem Yahuwashi, Bahashem Kakvadash. Until the next time, Shalom.